welcome. We're producing this video to help us prepare to come back to church. This is a joyous time to be able to come back as the church reopens. We've been looking forward to welcoming you back to the Parish Church for some time. And our worship, while it will give us an opportunity to worship God, will be barely communal. There are many things that are going to be different. Pews have tape on them. There will be markings on the floor. There will be arrows and weight points and physical distancing signs. But we want to talk to you about what will be necessary to support our communal worship, our communal prayer, the integrity of our worship as we strive to ensure the health of all who participate in this return to church. Physical distancing, we've heard that again and again, and that will be a watchword for us as we come back to church. It means that as we've taped out and sectioned off parts of the church, we now know that we will not even come close to our capacity of 30% of our facility. We will be barely at 210 people, which is even less than the 30% capacity of our church. I want you to hear, are responsible for your own health. You are encouraged to wear a mask, but it is not required, a face mask. And you need to provide that for yourself. Before you leave home, you need to take your temperature, the temperature of every person in the household. If anyone in the family is sick or unwell, has a high temperature, or symptoms such as cough or fatigue, muscle aches, loss of taste or smell, loss of appetite, any sort of shortness of breath or chills, you need to stay at home. Anyone with a compromised health, a compromised immune system, anyone who's recovering from surgery or from chemotherapy, anyone who is elderly needs to stay at home. You have been dispensed by the Cardinal throughout the time of the pandemic, dispensed from the obligation to come to Sunday Mass. And finally, before you leave home, make sure you wash your hands properly with soap and water. Now, you're ready to come to the church. And when you arrive at the church, again, what will be the watchwords? Physical distancing. In the parking lot, at the entranceway, in the foyer, in the vestibule, everywhere, physical distancing. You will need to keep that physical distance and put your face mask on before you enter the church. Entry will only be by the main front doors of the church. And those doors are going to be propped open to reduce the amount of touch points that you would be obliged to handle. There will be dispensers with hand sanitizer when you enter. So you're asked to sanitize your hands and to make sure that any children that are with you do the same. We have the automatic sanitizers, and we've added more stations for sanitizing. There is no holy water in the baptismal font or in the holy water stoups. There will be no hymnals and prayer books in the pews. Physical bulletins will not be given out. You'll have to look online for the bulletin. This weekend, on June the 14th, and on the Monday and Tuesday, the 15th and the 16th, you'll be able to grab a Post-it note in that entrance area. And that you will use to put on the pew that you sit at in this time of prayer. Because for this first Sunday, the Feast of Corpus Christi, we will just have a time of personal prayer 11 o'clock till 5 o'clock. And then the church will also be open on Monday and Tuesday, the same hours, for private, personal prayer. And so you'll put that Post-it note on, and we're going to fill the church section by section. You need to keep that physical distancing, but members of a household, the same household, can sit in a pew and take up as much room as they need. It's just the next household needs to be 6 feet away, or 2 meters. The areas to sit in are marked, and you don't sit in the rows that are marked off. They're blocked at waist level by green tape and another reminder of orange tape at the bottom of the pew. The Blessed Sacrament will be exposed on Sunday, June the 14th, and on Monday and Tuesday, June the 15th and 16th, the Blessed Sacrament will be in the tabernacle. There will be baskets by the entrance and the exit to place your offertory envelopes in. And I want to thank you for the many ways in which you've continued to support St. Mary's and Share Life and the St. Vincent de Paul and all of the different collections that have been happening over these months. Your generosity is a reminder to me of your goodness and holiness. So we ask you to use the baskets to place your offering envelopes in at the entrance and at the exit of the church. We ask you to only use the washrooms if it's an urgent need. We ask you to follow the directions of those who are going to be here assisting at the church, our staff and our team of volunteers. When you leave this weekend, and Monday and Tuesday, you're going to leave by the glass doors on the left-hand side of the church. As you're looking at the altar, the left-hand doors, the glass doors by the side, that's going to be the exit. And the entrance is only through the main front doors of the church. We ask you to keep a log at home of when you came to church in case you have to remember for contact tracing. We're going to have another video that's going to be posted at the beginning of next week, the 15th or the 16th, that's going to talk about how participation at Mass is going to be different. Again, the new normal is barely normal, and it will be very new. Remember, you have a dispensation. You're not obliged to come to church. You're not obliged to attend Sunday Mass. We will continue to live stream throughout the time of this pandemic. You are responsible for your health. Remember those health checks before you leave home. Temperature. Are you unwell? Are you recovering from surgery? Are you elderly? You're able to stay home. And a face covering is encouraged but not obliged. But why do we do all of this? Because we love one another. We follow the command of Jesus to love our neighbor because we are our brother's keeper. We are our sister's keeper. I want to thank you for your patience. I want to thank you for your sacrifices, for your many kind cards and comments and words to Father Jeremiah and I and the whole parish team. Your hunger for the Lord over these many weeks is a reminder to me of your immense faith. And so thank you. We look forward to welcoming you to St. Mary's this Sunday, June the 14th, from 11 to 5. God bless you.